The NBA in-season tournament is back, and today it was a very, very good night for the NBA. But the story of the night revolves around Klay Thompson's return to Oakland to play against his former teammates, his buddies in Golden State. We're going to talk about how that went and all the rest of the games right after the intro.
Thank you for tuning in to the number one place for your basketball fix, NBA Central, hosted by the Cognac Boys.
What is the word, NBA basketball fans? Welcome to another episode of NBA Central After Hours. It's your boy, Big Kev, in here holding it down for the entire gang. Just got home from work, jump right on here for you guys. And listen, man, the NBA in-season tournament, now called the NBA Cup. It was exciting tonight, man. A few upsets happened. Teams that you didn't think would lose lost, especially the Boston Celtics. But we're going to get right into the game of the night, which was the Dallas Mavericks versus the Golden State Warriors, and Klay Thompson's return to Oakland. The NBA hit it out the park with this one as far as the schedule is concerned. It was definitely a playoff atmosphere tonight, and they did not disappoint. Golden State comes out on top, 120 to 117, spoiling Klay Thompson's return. Steph Curry scored like the last whatever. It felt like he scored the last 50, but he ends up with 37 points tonight on 14 for 27 from the field. Luka Doncic had a chance to force overtime after they got the ball back, and he goes down and he just takes a bad shot that didn't even hit the rim, just bounced off the side of the backboard, and that was the end of it. I thought they had an opportunity to get a better play toward the end of the game, but hey, that's neither here nor there. The story of the night was Klay Thompson making his return to the city where he won several championships with the Golden State Warriors, with Draymond Green, Steve Kerr, Steph Curry, and so on and so forth. And the fans were it was a love fest. There were no boos. They definitely had their captain's hats, which I thought it was a really nice touch at the beginning of the game. And he didn't fail to disappoint either. He was 7 for 17 from the field, but 6 for 12 of those was 22 points for him. He was the second leading scorer for Dallas. Luka Doncic had 31 points himself, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. But again, he did have a really, really bad shot at the end of the game that would have forced overtime. And hey, this game was solid, man. I can't even front. They were taking and making big shots, especially in that fourth quarter. But the fourth quarter belonged to Steph Curry, who just hit big shot after big shot, and none of them were bigger than the shot that he hit over Derek Lively after the pick and pop or pick and roll switch situation. They left him on an island, left Derek Lively on an island with Steph Curry, and Steph Curry hit like a 30-foot three from the top of the key, runs to the camp. First he does his night, put him to sleep, runs to the camera, talks his big stuff, big stuff talking. And hey, he lived up to the hype he delivered tonight. He also had 9 assists to go along with 6 rebounds tonight. So hey, you really, if you love NBA basketball, and you love seeing the greats deliver, you can't be mad at what you saw tonight from Steph Curry, from Klay Thompson, even Draymond Green. He only had 11 points, but he did have 6 rebounds, 7 assists. But he had some blocks too, man. Some big blocks, 2 blocks, and he was a plus 20 tonight. Draymond, and he hit 2 threes. So it was a good game. It was they were definitely hyped. You could tell Draymond was hyped. He's playing at a higher level than you've seen him play defensively lately. Tonight he definitely brought it defensively. One of the defensive plays he had, he blocked a 3-pointer, saved the ball in bounds, which led to a layup, and then he also blocked a dunk attempt on Daniel Gafford late in the game, got all ball. So shout out to Draymond Green. Got to give him kudos for showing up, and give the NBA kudos for even scheduling this game as the first game of Klay Thompson's return to Golden State. And it definitely had a playoff feel. The blue court was dope. The GW in the middle of the floor was dope. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the game, and I'm sure everybody who watched it enjoyed it. And if you didn't get a chance to watch it, go ahead and catch the replay because that was a really, really good game tonight. The rest of the games were good too. Like not all of them were as close as this one. The doggone Hawks without their best players go into Boston and get the win. And honestly, the number one overall pick in Zachary Richardson didn't even really play well himself. It was really Dyson Daniels who was a throw-in for the trade from that sent what's his name to DeJounte Murray to New Orleans. That man had 27 points tonight. But what really impressed me was that he had 7 assists and 6 steals. Not to mention how many times he deflected the ball. In fact, these guys forced so many turnovers tonight for the Boston for the defending champion Boston Celtics. They had a total of 16 steals. Not it wasn't just turnovers, kicking the ball off your foot, so on and so forth. These Mogs had 16 steals, and they did not have your best players out there. You didn't have Trey Young out there. You didn't have a couple of other guys that I mean, like, there's no way Boston came into tonight thinking they would lose the game, and it wasn't because of a lack of effort. Again, they had 20 total turnovers, but watching the game, man, Jason Tatum wasn't his normal self. I didn't see him do much. He only had 20 points. He was 5 for 16 from the field. Al Horford and Drew Holiday don't really score much anyway. Derek White is becoming a shot maker at this point in his career. Like, I saw him hit. I think he went 4 for 4 from three in the fourth quarter, and he's hitting shots that are contested, fatal. He's hitting big threes from 30 feet away, late in the shot clock, catch and shoot, pump fake dribble threes. Like, he's stepping his game up a great deal. I'm not mad at him. And Jaylen Brown as well with 37 points tonight on 14 for 22 from the field. But he missed some big free throws as well. Like, that was tough. He was 6 for 10 from the free throw line. That's the difference in the game. One more free throws overtime, two more free throws is a win. But man, you gotta give Daniels his credit with his 28 points. But you also had Johnson with 18, Clint Capella with 18 and 9. Those guys are scratching and clawing. And shout out to Larry Nance Jr. That man was hitting three after three. He was 5 for 6 from three tonight. We know that he's usually an inside game type of dude. Athleticism is where he makes his bones. But hey, he got out there today and hit a lot of threes, and Okongwu as well off the bench with 15. And you got to, you had to pay attention to this. They didn't really have the right scouting report. They probably were expecting to see Trey Young, and Trey Young was hurt. And these other guys got their opportunity, and they took advantage of the opportunity. So I like it when you see young players step up and play above their station. And take care of business when their star player is out, and take advantage of the opportunity, seize the moment, grab the bull by the horns. So Atlanta goes into Boston in another playoff atmosphere type of game and get the 1 point win. Now, a game that was kind of weird toward the end was the Detroit Pistons versus the Miami Heat in Detroit. Man, what a game, what a game, what a game. Detroit was up big late, and Tyler Hero decided to just go crazy. He hit three straight threes to force overtime. He hit 10 threes in the game to go for 40 points himself. But this game came down to the wire. The Detroit Pistons get the 123-121 win in overtime after Detroit had an inbound play with like 1.9 seconds to go or something like that. And they throw the inbound play, and it's a straight up oop to Jalen Duran, catches the oop, knocks it, throws it down, 1.3 seconds left on the clock. And for some reason, Eric Spoelstra he pulled a Chris Webber, and how significant did it does Jalen Rose was there at the game, and he pulled a Chris Webber and called a timeout. They didn't have a timeout, so of course that's a technical foul. Detroit shoots the free throw, and they get the ball back. Pretty much that's the game. They end up winning 123-121. But and prayers up for Tim Hardaway Jr., who took a nasty spill and hit just all head on the ground, like boom, like he'll probably be in concussion protocol for a long time. But it was an all around effort. for Detroit tonight. Kate Cunningham didn't get another triple double. I think he had three straight triple doubles up until this point. So 18 points for Tobias Harris. Sneaky good pickup for them. They're 5-7 right now. Again, Tim Hardaway Jr. was solid with 11 points until he got hurt. Jalen Duren with 8 points, but he did have that alley oop inbound play to give them the lead, and then lead to the subsequent bad timeout call from the head coach from Miami. And then you had Kay Cunningham with 21, 9, and 7. 19 points for Jaden Ivey. Ivy's 9 and 7 for him, 9 rebounds, 7 assists for him. But he did foul out the game. And then their bench came in and was playing solid with Isaiah Stewart, Malik Beasley, and I don't know what this guy's name is. Fontecchio. He came in and gave you 10 points. So Detroit is another one of those young teams that's starting to figure something out. They're figuring out how to win. Remember last season, they went on this super duper long losing streak. And then even within that long losing streak, a record losing streak, they were losing games. They were finding out how to lose games that they were supposed to win, losing by 1, losing by 2, by 3, losing in overtime. Not so this season. They're 5-7. So good for them. Another game that was really good that came down to the wire was the no that was it. Those are all the games that came down to the wire. The Hornets and Magic. The Magic destroyed the Hornets 114-89. The Knicks ruined Joel Embiid's return today. His first game back, and he didn't look good. He was 2 for 11, but you know he's going to be rusty. The Knicks win 111-99. I think you got a triple double from Josh Hart. I was able to check out some of this game too. And Paul George was solid. This is probably his best game all season, really. 10 for 19 from the field from him. But again, Joel Embiid is working his way back. So it's going to be tough for them to dig themselves out of this hole. They're 2-8 now. The Knicks improved to 5-5. The Raptors and Bucks. The Bucks get a good win. They're 3-8 now. Even though Giannis got dunked on, something nasty. Ugh. He got yammed on. But hey, they took care of business today against a young Toronto team that's not really good, especially without their best player. So it is what it is there. And then Quigley is out too. He definitely they need their players out there. Giannis with 23 points and 4 rebounds, 7 assists. No Dame Lillard tonight either. So they just had an all-around game. They just beat up on a bad team. The Phoenix Suns without KD, they didn't need him because Devin Booker went out there and went crazy. 11 for 9, 11 20 for 20 from the field, gave you 31 points. Bradley Beal gave you 24. Mason Plumlee gave you 15 points as well. And then Grayson Allen gave you 15 off the bench. So that was a solid game for the Phoenix Suns to improve to 9-2 over the Utah Jazz 120-112, and then the Timberwolves they lose to the Portland Trailblazers. Like what are you doing, Timberwolves? What are you guys doing? You even had Nas Reed give you 28 points off the bench. This was a pretty good game too, but Portland just came ready to play. They gave them an all around game off the bench. They had a bunch of points, 20, 40, 60, 70. So they basically had 70 points off the bench. That's crazy. That is crazy. That's how you lose when a bench plays above their station. So I didn't get a chance to check out that game, but I did not expect the Timberwolves to lose 108-122. But that's how it is in the NBA, man. Any given night, teams will show up. But the most surprising game of the night was the Hawks beating the Celtics without Trae Young. That's crazy work. DeJounte Murray's not out there either. And they went and beat the defending champs on their home court to start group play. So the NBA Cup is back. You did get some playoff type intensity. The Warriors game was incredible. Let us know what you guys think down below. How y'all feeling about the first night of the NBA Cup? How y'all feeling about the in-season tournament? It's year 2. Do you feel like it's worth the NBA doing something like this? I always like the court. I like the jerseys. I like the way they go out there and they play hard. And you saw it. You saw it. Steph Curry and them wanted to win this game. And listen, the Golden State Warriors are for real, man. They're 8-2 now. They figured something out. The down seasons that they've had over the last couple of seasons, they've retooled, re-upped their roster, and they built around Steph Curry again. Built around the type of team that Steve Kerr wants to have. Shout out to Mike Dunleavy Jr. for his imprint on the team, man. And listen, this is interesting. That's all I gotta say. This is an interesting situation because now Golden State is looking like they're trying to get back into contender territory as opposed to just a really good regular season team. And I'm liking what I'm seeing. Curry seems to be rejuvenated. Your boy Draymond is playing a little bit better than he has been playing. Andrew Wiggins is a little focused. Those young guys that they have are not afraid of the moment. DeAnthony Melton hit a big shot. Buddy Hield was a crazy good signing for the Golden State Warriors. So I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. Let's see if they can sustain it. Obviously, Steph Curry's a little bit older now, so he can't be playing 35 minutes a night, so on and so forth. But they have one of the deepest rotations in the league. Steve Kerr and company are going 10, 12 deep on most nights. So as long as they stay healthy, you got to watch out for the Warriors. That championship pedigree is nothing to just to take lightly. So all right, man, we're gonna get up out of here. Your boy is tired. It is 1:20 in the morning. By the time I upload this, you guys will be probably waking up in the morning and checking it out yourselves. Some of y'all check it out late tonight, but it is what it is, man. We appreciate all the love and support that you guys have been giving us over here on this channel and all the rest of the channels that we have. If you're Chicago sports fans, just type in whatever your favorite Chicago team is and put the word Central behind it, and you'll find our channels for every Chicago sports team. And plus the Shy Bulls podcast with the Cognac Boys, C-Dub and Bobby holding it down for the Chicago Bulls with live calls and all of those things. All right, man. It's your boy Big Kev for NBA Central After Hours. We're going to holler at you guys next time. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the